Hello everyone, it's me Max3 and welcome back to Super Mario Sunburn. In this episode we explore and beat the additional content Super Mario Sunburn adds to the game, which includes both the 121st Shine version 1.9 of Sunburn adds, as well as the secret levels that were only present in versions 1.7 and below of Super Mario Sunburn. I hope you enjoy. Oh yeah guys, Mario's so hyped for what's to come, but yeah, you might wonder, what is it that we still have left to do in this episode? We already did beat Bowser, we have 120 shines. Well, you can already see a little hint here, there's shine 121 that we still need to get. And there's also some other stuff. Let me talk a little bit about the additional content that Super Mario Sunburn adds to the game. Because that is a little bit of a complicated matter. And depending on what version of Sunburn you play, you get different additional content. So in my case, I'm currently playing version 1.9 of Super Mario Sunburn, which is, as of recording of this video, the most up-to-date version of Super Mario Sunburn. So, nice and all, that means in this version I have an additional 121st Shine I can get. Now, if you play the version 1.7, and I think several versions below that, you get different additional content in the form of like 4, I'm not actually sure, I think 4 additional secret levels you can beat, which are all custom made and have like unique like challenges. That's also something I will show off, but for that I would need to switch to a lower version of Sunburn. Which is something I will do, I will show you that. But for now, we need to get this 121st Shine and complete our like playthrough save file so far, basically. Because, as I said, all of this was so far done on version 1.9. The reason why they removed that is because, from what I've read, apparently the developers didn't really like those secrets that they added in previous versions of Sunburn. And they didn't really feel like all that professional or so. So they ultimately decided to remove them, and yeah, now they are no longer there. But if you go to the mod that is also linked in the video description, by the way, all the time. If you go there, you can find like a legacy version, which is version 1.7 of Sunburn. There's a download link for that. You can find a link to that in the like mod, in the on the mod page on Game Banana. And you can download that, and then that way you can play those secret levels. But yeah, for now, let's focus on completing this save file. Okay, where might the 121st Shine be? It is hidden somewhere here in the game, obviously. There is an additional secret level, basically, in this version of Sunburn. And the entrance to that secret level is hidden. And it's actually pretty nastily hidden. Because I can tell you where it is. It is in that secret level over here. It's basically a secret level inside a secret level, which is pretty mean. But yeah, that entrance to that secret level with the 121st Shine is hidden in this secret level. You know, the level with the like turbo nozzle slide, more or less, where you need to use the turbo nozzle to reach the end. It's hidden here. What I want to do, I want to break open this gate with the turbo nozzle, obviously. But I want to make sure that I do not end up in the loading zone for the secret level, because I just want to break this. Then I want to go grab a rocket nozzle, and then that way I have a much easier method of like reaching that entrance. Because we need to like reach a special spot in order to enter the secret level there. The rocket nozzle is not required. You can also do this with the turbo nozzle or any nozzle for that matter. But having the rocket nozzle makes it slightly more easy. Also, I don't have to like use the rocket nozzle to the turbo nozzle to do all of those jumps in that level. So yeah, I want to make sure that I do not enter the loading zone. I hope I can pull this off. Just slightly tap the button because I still have fast turbo nozzle on. That was not enough. The thing is, I need to angle myself, obviously. Yeah, like this. Okay, I even bounced off. Bounced. Very nice. Okay, that means I can go and grab the rocket nozzle now. And yeah, can reach that secret level. By the way, guys, I was already trying to record this, and I already partially recorded this. But the game was basically rebelling against me. Because what I did, I think one thing you should never do in Sunburn is using the soft reset, which is like done with start, I think A, B, Y, and X, and like one of the like shoulder buttons on the GameCube controller. If you press those buttons, you can soft reset. Like that's something like in basically all consoles you can do. Like each console has like their own soft resets. But don't soft reset in this game, because what happened then was that I like had broken the entire physics and stuff. Like I couldn't like I had the fast turbo nozzle, but the turbo nozzle still had a startup, which was very weird. Like it was a hybrid of the usual nozzle and fast turbo nozzle. Also the rocket nozzle wouldn't function anymore. That's when I realized that something was off. That is wild. Nice. Okay, turbo rocket is also not working, and rocket nozzle too. Wow. Like nothing works anymore. Pretty nice. Cool. Oh, dude. Let me try this again. So yeah, I hope everything is functioning now. But it should be the case. I I switched my save file like to a fresh one that I had backed up and stuff, so everything should be fine. Okay, the question is, where's the secret level here? The secret level is actually where that pathway going up is. It's very, very, very well hidden in my opinion. I also only did find out about that because of a YouTube video. But yeah, we need to reach that spot first. As you can see, rocket nozzle makes it very easy here. Okay, we are here now, and the question is, what now? What we need to do is we need to enter one of those holes on the side. Like one of those holes is actually like hollow, and we can enter it. I think it was on this side. Once again, mirror mode. I think it was on this side on mirror mode, otherwise you need to use the other side. But I could be wrong. What I want to do is like moving off the edge here with sidestep, because then Mario starts to slide, and I hopefully can hit something like that. That was nice and all, but I didn't expect for him to hold onto something. And that was definitely the wrong side. I need to go to the other side. Ideally, I would land in one of those holes and like could get a better view on things. But yeah, as you can see, with rocket nozzle, that should be easier if you can use the rocket nozzle and don't do it too late like I did just there. Because then if you like end up in the wrong hole there, you can still like rescue yourself and stuff. Wow, Mario's hyped. Oh, nice, I got the turbo boost here. I think you also need to like stand over here or so. Let's see. No, that was, but you could see that for a second. There it was for a brief second. I'm just a little bit annoyed that Mario wouldn't slide off the wall like he usually does. I'm also initiating the rocket nozzle too late. I should initiate it earlier. You might wonder what that secret level is I'm always talking about the entire time. It's actually pretty funny. I think that's a nice touch. It has to do with red coins. That shouldn't tell you anything, because it's pretty hard to guess what it might be. But if you think about it, is also still pretty obvious. Okay, that's better. And now I can do this. Okay, now I just need to get into the lower one here. Okay, easy. And that's where the secret level is. Welcome to the test stage. Very nice. Yeah, we need to get 8 red coins here, and then we get an additional shine. I think this guy does not say anything. Error message could not be loaded. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, welcome to this. This is also funny because of this guy over there. I got a 1-up for whatever reason. Nice. Yeah, this is the test stage, and yeah, we need to get 8 red coins here, and then we can get an additional shine. Very nice, isn't it? like a test stage, like normally is, you have like every gimmick here in some shape or form because like they wanted to try out stuff, of course. I'm actually not even sure if this is like the legitimate test stage that the developers from Sunshine used or not, or if that's just something like made up by the Sunburn creators. Like I already mentioned, they are capable of like creating their own stages, so either might be the case. But I'm gonna assume that this is the real deal here, and it is actually the like Nintendo test stage here. I think they also found the test stage like during some kind of like leak or so, where they like found a test stage for this and stuff, which then would mean that like Sunburn just implements it, which is pretty nice. You can also fall down here and go into the water here. I think you don't die. You also got this scary Naoki who doesn't have a body. He's basically like a reversed Rayman, basically. Error. Okay, I am Error. That's nice. Yeah, we also got doors here which we cannot even open or close. Oh, we can open. That doesn't do anything. Very nice. But I need to be careful here. If I die now, that would be pretty bad. I should just focus on getting the coins. Yeah, that beta enemy out there, like that guy is, I think, known from like Space World, from like a Space World demos of Super Mario Sunshine with the like other version of Delfino Plaza that is nowadays pretty commonly known, I think. I think this one I need to break. Yeah, but didn't do anything. This guy is actually kind of scary. I think when you touch him, he deals 3 damage, so don't touch him. I think down here's something, yeah. Number 7 and number 8 shouldn't be too well hidden at all, so I think here, yeah, okay. And that's how you unlock the 121st Shine. Like even the like changelog and patch notes for Sunburn do hint at that there's like a hidden 121st Shine, and yeah, this one is it. Oh, I'm also just noticing, yeah, this is... Careful. But yeah, this is the island where like the game starts. Where you can where the file load is. I wonder if I could go over there. I could try this, but let me collect the shine first. Oh, I think, do I get booted out of this? I don't hope so. But hey, I can break this. No, never mind. You can also see that this stage apparently spawns infinite stews. Don't know why, but here we go. 121st shine. Nice, and Mario's all smeared. Very nice. Oh, we get booted out of it. Oh, I wanted to test if you could reach the like file select island. But yeah, that's it. We got the 121st shine. Nice. That's actually it for version 1.9 of Super Mario Sunburn. Nice. We got everything this mod of the game has to offer. At least this version. Which means now I'm gonna switch to version 1.7, like the legacy version that the mod creator also still offers. And we will do those other secret levels. Those will be more interesting because those are actually fully fledged unique levels with unique concepts and stuff. And I greatly enjoyed them, having them played already. They are pretty nice. I think anything else here we can see? Delfino Airstrip. We actually have Delfino Plaza, 41 shines, very nice. That actually counts. I think if you reload the file, that 121st shine is actually gone. If you reload the file, I think that's what happened to my other save. Let me quickly test this. Nope. Take me back to the title screen, please. Yeah. This is what happened to file A here. I did reload the save file and then I was back at 120 shines. And also what happens is you cannot recollect the 121st shine because it will appear as like already collected, like it's gray and stuff. Translucent gray, like you know, stars and shines Mario already has collected. Which means you can never get the 121st shine back. That's also the reason why that other save file is 120 shines instead of 121. So be careful for that if you don't want to ruin your save files in a way. And hey, we got everything here. We can take another look at the score, for example. Look at this. Oh, now it also says 120. Does it correct my... No, it's still 121st, 21. But here it already shows 120 again. Like, there's something going on. Like, Sunshine does not like having more than 120 shines or so. But yeah, like I said, I switch now to the other game version, and yeah, we will see each other there.
Super Mario Sunshine!
And with that, welcome to version 1.7 of Super Mario Sunburn. You can already see a lot of stuff is actually quite different, like the title screen animation and like the way it is presented is different. There's more, also this effect here. Okay, there is some stuff I need to talk about. Because this is version 1.7, this version also has fewer settings than the version 1.9 I played the entire time with. Because of that, we don't have mirror mode anymore. We also don't have the New Game Plus mode anymore. Which means we now have access to the hover nozzle actually, and I will also use the hover nozzle for the secret levels here. There's other stuff that is different. For example, the 60 FPS and widescreen hacks also work differently here, because they are not integrated into Sunburn itself in version 1.7. Because as you can see, like the options menu is still the same. Flood is lying around there, is also pretty nice. Yeah, the options menu we had in 1.9 is not here, part of version 1.7. That means we need to work with a different kind of 60 FPS and widescreen in the form of gecko codes. I did already talk about that at the very beginning of this playthrough, but the gecko codes for 60 FPS and widescreen work a little bit different compared to the like native quote-unquote 60 FPS and widescreen version 1.9 of Sunburnets. You can see that if I enter the game again. Also, you can see 120 shines. I did use my previous save file. That's like nothing. That has nothing to do with the aforementioned thing where I re-entered the save file and so on the 121st shine was gone. But yeah, let me start this and look at this. With the gecko codes, this looks a little bit different. You can see like the HUD elements do not really align here with the widescreen. That is what I meant. I think also this is a little bit broken. It also is not 16:9. It still is like in its 4:3 frame here. But yeah, otherwise everything is the same. 60 FPS works pretty nice. Also look at this. The side flips are completely different now. Because of the... I no longer have mirror mode. I did already tell you that the camera was also different with the side flips in mirror mode. Also, we no longer have this gruesome up tilt here with the camera, which slowly went higher and higher. It's a nice comparison at the end here, very good. Also, I can no longer do long jumps with the L button. I need to use the Z button now, which might also screw me over a little bit. Also, another thing I never really noticed is that the like news down there never played during my Sunburn playthrough. In 1.7, like those news actually appear. Very interesting stuff. Okay, secret levels, guys. Secret levels. You might wonder, or you should wonder, how do we access those secret levels? The secret levels can be found scattered around Isle Delfino. But there's also like a dedicated like hub for the secret levels. I will try to enter these secret levels like via their like normal connector, non-hub world connector basically. Which means I need to go to Sirena Beach first. There's a secret level in Sirena Beach. Those secret levels, the entrances should be pretty obvious once you see them. Yeah, the first one is here in Sirena Beach. Although I'm not really sure if it is the first one, but like in general, let's just say in general, the first one. And you could have already seen it. There's this door over there that is normally not here. Also no Yoshi, I presume. No, Yoshi's over there. Mirror mode, guys. Mirror mode. Like I can no longer play Super Mario Sunshine with the normal, like the normal way. Everything is mirrored by now. But yeah, we enter this, and lo and behold, we end up here. Would you look at this? Yeah, you can also hear no music. I might do something here post-editing, but yeah, we have no music for this stage. Some of those stages do not have music. Not all of them, some of them use the void level theme, the a cappella version of the ground theme. But yeah, look at this, a completely unique new secret level, very nice. I think you could also view those secret levels here as like some kind of like precursors to Super Mario Eclipse, which is like the other hack that was done by Epicwade Productions, or whatever he calls himself, Epicwade, which is actually a mod that does not only like overhaul Sunshine, but also adds completely new levels and stages. So those are basically precursors to that. Those levels are also generally pretty tough. What I really like about them is that they focus a lot on platforming, which is something Sunshine otherwise is severely lacking. That's pretty nice. You can also tell that the level here is pretty vertical. I think that's just a thing with like the Super Mario Sunshine gameplay in general. If you want to have like something very platform focused in Sunshine, it basically needs to be vertical, because you have this. You have the hover nozzle. Of course, they could have designed the levels in a way that you like get stripped of your flood here, but like the void levels. But I think it's actually nice that for a change you actually have to do like this kind of level with the flood and the hover nozzle and stuff, because that also adds up a lot of platforming elements and stuff, which I find pretty nice. But yeah, this is basically the trade-off. Everything has to be very vertical, extremely vertical, so to speak. And of course, if I fall down here, it's gonna be pretty punishing, because I need to go all the way up again. Like one mistake and I need to do all over. I need to do it all over again. But yeah, I did already beat all of them. I hope I should be able to still to complete them. And one tip I can give you is make absolute use of your moves here. Do use your spin jump, do use your long jump, that is new to Sunburn and all of that. Also nice, we got like those blocks. I already collected the coin, but I didn't hit it here. There we go. Classic Mario blocks. You make use of the environment. The more you can skip, the better, I would say. Because the platforming otherwise is pretty challenging. It makes also a lot of use of Mario Sunshine's like more underutilized gimmicks, like those like turning platforms we did already see here, and like the boost maybe, and also some like other stuff. And this level is pretty great. I wouldn't say it's the best secret level. There's another one I find even better. You could maybe you could reach that somehow, but yeah, there's a lot of fence climbing here too, which is pretty nice. You need to be careful not to get hit by the spiders here. They would knock me all the way down. Also, I should do this and quickly do this, just to be safe. Like even when the level is constructed in a way that it takes hover nozzle into consideration, like the hover nozzle is just so strong that you can still skip a huge and a lot of chunks of the level without having to utilize the like super intended way and stuff. Like for example, I don't have to turn all of this. I can just like hold onto the fencing there and like use hover nozzle to go up here. But hey, I find this like free from style of platforming pretty nice. Yeah, I want to go up here. That was not quite the spin jump I wanted to do. I think this is pretty good. Can do this now. Also one up, pretty nice. Dying here is actually not something that happens because the floor is still water. But the setback is quite annoying. I'm just gonna hope that I can pull this off in one go without falling down. Even though the later sections are gonna be a little bit tricky, that much I can say. Also skip this by going up here, that's better. here I can also hold on onto the fences like this and like go from fence to fence basically. Otherwise you would need to twist and turn them and like I just did there. Okay, here I want to utilize the long jump, otherwise I need to like jump onto the platform, need to do some more fence climbing and stuff. But I can actually just do this here as well. Neat, okay. I think from here on I want to make it, yeah, over here. Look at this, like the hover nozzle is so strong in this game. We haven't really had the joy to use the hover nozzle, but like in the end it's pretty nice to not have the hover nozzle for once. Since like the platforming like without hover nozzle is also pretty great, but the hover nozzle is just pretty strong. Basically what Mario is in this game, basically Mario the entire time is OP. So yeah, nice change of pace for with New Game Plus that I did not have the hover nozzle. But at the same time, the hover nozzle is also super nice. Like, it is super OP, but also not in a way that it is, like, bad or so. I don't know. It's hard to describe, actually. Okay, only 2 more sections left, I would say. Don't fall down there, that would have been bad. Okay, this section is a little bit tricky because you need to be fast on the lily pad here. Flying lily pad, by the way, pretty nice. Okay, I need to like go over here, and I need to use wall kicks. Okay, I think I should be fine now. When I'm in between here, everything should be good. Yeah, okay. Okay, that only leaves the final section here, which is made up of those blocks here. Those blocks are pretty mean here because those are actually sand blocks. I'm not sure why they have a different texture. Like the other platforms as well. Like there must be something wrong with the textures here in general. Of course I want to do this in a way that I like can safely jump from platform to platform. Basically nothing here is like pure solid ground. But having the hover nozzle once again makes it a bit easier because I can just like hover in the end, like still be pretty safe even when the platforms do disappear. Okay, that should be good, yeah. Now I need to wait until the platform disappeared. I can just do this, that's what I meant, and I can wait and yeah, I can just do this. Don't do that now. Oh, this is kind of bad. Yeah, okay. Do it again. Just take it slow and easy. Nice and easy, everything. Okay, made it over here. Jump. Wait for the platform to reappear. I think at this stage I should be pretty safe. Okay, need to use the 2 sand blocks here. Okay. I'm gonna wait until it disappears, use hover again, wait for it to reappear, and then I'm gonna use the wall kicks here. I am up here, can use this fence here, and I made it to the shine. Pretty nice. The overall challenge here is pretty good. I think that's something, yeah, I already said so, but this is something Super Mario Sunshine was lacking. Yeah, that's the first secret level here. You can also see we got the save prompts back again, very nice. You could also see that the shine was already collected. I think that's because like the shines that are actually used in those secret levels are actually other shines in the game. Like if we look here, Delfino Plaza. I'm gonna assume that this is like a different shine that also is part of Delfino Plaza. Might be the Pachinko shine, for example, or so. I think one of the secret shines here is actually the one that is like the lily pad mission. You know, the one with the Yoshi boat ride and stuff. That's also the reason why they do not count towards the total, because they are basically like a different shine that I have already collected throughout the playthrough, so to speak. Yeah, we do not get booted out, which means I have to use exit area. That was the first secret level, pretty nice stuff. Now for the second one. The second one is in Pianta Village. The second one is in Pianta Village. That one is actually my favorite. The third one is very unique, so to speak. I think the third one is a nice Easter egg. And the last one is actually some kind of expert course, which is pretty Kaizo and annoying. But that's also something I could beat. I will use save states for the last one, but I'll show you once I'm there. Because otherwise that's gonna be annoying. You will find out why once I'm there. But the hard one, expert one, whatever you want to call it. Nice sound. But the expert one is the one I'm gonna do last. It was a nice sound again. Yeah, the music bug still persists, which is pretty nice. Okay, oh yeah, I can just go up there without like much trouble. I have the hover nozzle, guys. That's so unusual. I think it's a little bit of a shame that Epicwade removed those secret levels. Because I think ultimately they are pretty nice. At the same time, I can also understand though why he removed them. Because in a mod that is primarily supposed to be like quality of life stuff, and so like I can see that it is pretty unfitting to have those levels. Because that's not like really the intention of that like entire mod. Like it's more like a bonus, so yeah. Like it's weird to have them in a sense. But they are still pretty nice. I think they are still pretty nicely designed. Like I said, the platforming is something Super Mario Sunshine is lacking. Which is odd, because it is a Mario game. But hey, Super Mario Sunshine, simply put, is pretty odd. Okay, we need to go up here, otherwise I would not have gone here. And we need to use this cloud over here. And riding this cloud will take us to the next bonus stage. Nice, I almost missed the cloud here. Yeah, just wait until we reach the top here. It's not gonna take us to Noki Bay, but rather to this level. And it actually has music, which is pretty nice. And once again, a lot of verticality. I think this is Rico Harbor Yoshi's Fruit Adventure. I think those secret levels, the shines that are present here, actually try to like substitute like very annoying challenges, like people commonly think that are pretty annoying. Like that is interesting. Like the Yoshi Fruit Adventure one is something people actually despise. So is the Lily Pad mission. But what was that? There's something here very interesting. Cool. Yeah, this whole level might remind you of Super Mario Star Road, a Super Mario 64 hack, because this is pretty similar to like Course 2 of Star Road, like that floating city and with clouds and stuff. So this might look a little bit familiar. And the gimmick here is to utilize the clouds and the fact that they shrink and grow in size when you spray them with water. What I want to do, I was offered the hover nozzle at the beginning, but I actually want to use the rocket nozzle and want to maintain it a little bit, because that makes things a little bit easier at the beginning, especially that section over here. You need to hop onto this, and what you would need to do is, you would need to jump onto the ice block, onto the block here and like get rid of the ice block and stuff, but rocket nozzle can just skip that pretty much. And now we are here. Pretty nice. Like, abusing the rocket nozzle is pretty good. Oh, the next section is interesting because... yeah, let's talk to this Pianta. He's gonna explain why. Hi there, it's me, Wade. I'm a self-insert Pianta while making this bit of the level up ahead. I found out that people had way too much trouble with it. Ceilings actually don't crush Mario and Sunshine. In order for this part to work as intended, I need to put a lot of punchers inside of the wall. If you hover on a cloud that is moving up, you will fall through. Also, go through the hole on the second wall. Once you get past both walls, you just wait in the center. Sorry that this part is bad. It wouldn't be if Nintendo just programmed their game right for once. Good luck on the rest of the level. Nice, okay. Yeah, the next section is actually kind of weird. Still, I would like to try and keep the rocket nozzle. We did already hear that there are punchers. The punchers are those guys in Noki Bay that like kick you out of the like alcoves there. So we need to be a little bit careful where we move. And yeah, the Pianta also mentioned that the clouds in Sunshine are very weird, which is also something I can confirm. What we need to do is basically... I'm gonna get kicked here. Yeah, and I actually die. Wow, never mind. I'm not gonna die because... Yeah. That was a good example. But yeah, we need to ride a cloud as an elevator here. Oh, that's not barely not enough. Oh, come on. Yeah, we need to write a cloud here as an elevator, and yeah, that cloud behaves weirdly. That's why the Pianta is there. You need to know your stuff with Sunshine, because otherwise this is gonna be a little bit troublesome. You don't want to like go near the platform here. That's why what the Pianta was mentioning. That's why this platform basically is supposed to be an obstacle. You're not supposed to touch it or get near it. Okay, we are here now, and let me quickly... It is actually pretty good to use spray and move at the same time. So don't press the button all the way and just keep spraying so that the platform actually, the cloud actually stays big. And do not move somewhere here on the other platforms here. We should be about where we want to be. Okay, I think we should be fine. Actually not, I'm inside the clouds. This is kind of bad, right? Oh no, never mind. I just can't see the obstacles. Yeah, we still need to go up here. It's gonna be a little bit tricky, but okay. I think we should have safe ground at this stage. Which is also something this stage does it very well. Like it does appear as if the whole level does have like one giant bottomless pit, but like it is actually designed in a way that you have like certain like checkpoints, so to speak. Because the way the clouds are laid out is in a way that at this stage you cannot really fall down anymore, like all the way. Like the clouds would like catch us and stuff. Okay, at this stage I need the hover nozzle because I am out of water. Yeah, that section went much better than it did the first time around. This section here is also pretty nice. You need to use this platform and need to jump through holes and stuff. This can also be kind of tricky. Okay, here you want to make sure that the camera is following you before it gets and adjusted in a way that it does not get stuck in a wall. Also make use of the hover nozzle again and make sure that you don't accidentally... Oh no. This is bad. Yeah, okay, but I should, yeah, get catched here by a cloud. Very nice. The camera there is basically your biggest enemy. But like I said, we get some like nice clouds here that help us going... Not falling all the way. Having to repeat everything again. I think that's pretty nice. That's pretty well designed in my opinion. Like, yeah, once again, very vertical level, of course. Like I said, just based on like how Sunshine is, basically. Another nice, funny thing about this version of Sunburn, by the way, is like this particle effect that is like, constantly playing where my coin count is. I don't know why that happens, but okay. That was not good. And I already mentioned those levels are kind of hard, actually. If only for the fact that it is an unusual amount of platforming for Sunshine. But it is a nice challenge, it's not unfair, I would say. Partly because you have those like checkpoint planes here, basically. I think that is actually pretty well designed. And they also made sure that you have like boxes here which give you back your water. Very good stuff, I think. Also stuff that like a lot of other like ROM hacks would get wrong. So yeah, very nice. Okay, very nice, good. Should be fine here. And now I'm fine, okay. The biggest enemy there is the camera, definitely. I think I can just do this. Wait for get near the cloud, use this, and then do this again. Okay, made it up here, and good. Also always take care of the stews. The stews are annoying. Okay, I think this is the only part that is kind of like unfair. If you don't know what those shadows are more of those punchers. You know, the ones from Noki Bay. If you get too close to the holes here, they're gonna kick you out, and I think you actually die this time around because they just kick you into the bottomless pit. What you want to do is you want to make a huge arch around those, by doing a long jump and just use the hover nozzle. Like the usual thing is like the intended way is that use the platform, like jump all over all of those punches and like get over this way. But hey, if the game adds a long jump, I'm gonna use the long jump, of course. This section here is also pretty inviting. But we're gonna use the box here. Kind of. Oh, nice camera. Do this, and this should pretty much allow me to get over here. Nice. Like, the developer here also really liked the stews for those levels. I mean, if you think about it, I think I would name the stews like the most prominent enemies of Sunshine. Interestingly, Sunshine does not have Goombas, which is something very unusual for a Mario game. I think one of the very few other Mario games that does not have Goombas is actually Super Mario World. Because basically the Goombas there are not Goombas, they are like different enemies. I think like Super Mario 3D World or so did confirm that, like they gave them different names. Also, I nearly did a mistake. I want to go up here and I want to get across that way. Okay, use the landing here, nice. Almost got screwed over by a peck again, and at this stage I pretty much am done with this secret level, very nice. It was a good experience to figure out how all of these levels work and like find out strategies to complete them. And yeah, here we are, pretty nice. Bam. Yippee, guys. Don't save, I don't want to corrupt my save file or so. Now, music is also gone now. Okay, I think at this point there's one more thing I can show you, which is up here. Because that's also like a hidden one-up here. Very nice, we are at the highest point of the level now. Nice. Look at this, the entire level here. Whoosh. I think you cannot even see the start. I think the start was even further down below. But yeah, a lot of verticality, but nice level nonetheless. Look at all those platforms. Like, not any level of Sunshine has that many like moving platforms. It's kind of a shame, but yeah, I already talked about that. Would have made for like an interesting game design challenge, which I cannot blame Nintendo for not taking, because otherwise like all of those Sunshine levels would look like this, I think. Since the Hover Nozzle guys. Hover Nozzle does do a lot of good, but also is very tricky to design around. But yeah, that was the second secret level. Let's exit the area and find the last one for now. I'm not gonna count the fourth one just now, because that one is a little bit more special than the rest. Also, where's the portal is gone again, very interesting. Okay, but we have the... No, okay, we are back in a very weird version of Delfino Plaza again. The portals are gone again. That makes me wonder, is Yoshi also gone now? No, Yoshi, this time around Yoshi is here, very interesting. Okay, no clue what happened here. Okay, we need to get the last... secret level. The last secret level is actually in Delfino Airstrip. But I think I need to get the 10 coins again, because otherwise I end up in the like intro again, which I don't want to do, because I think that's not where the secret shine is, the secret level. Also, I never really talked to this guy. Okay, I need to get my sunglasses and my Hawaii shirt, Delfino shirt, very nice. Okay, I think doing like this is the easiest way to get some coins and also one up. Very nice. Okay, now I just need to find that guy with the boat again. But he should be over here. Once again, I need to wrap my head around the fact that it is all like unmirrored again. Like, it's basically double mirrored now. It was mirrored and then was mirrored again, and now it's normal again. Okay, the secret level here is actually over there. We need to go to that boat. And that secret level is very special compared to the rest, because... Let me show you. Also no fast turbo nozzle. Look how much slower that is. Also the steering, guys. I'm pressing all the way to the left, and Mario barely turns around. Like, his turning radius is so much bigger with the turbo nozzle here. Alright, we need to go here. Nice. Yeah, okay. For a second there I thought where's the teleport, and look where we are. Welcome to Wind Waker, Outside Island. Very nice. And no music. Okay, I probably added something in here. I wonder which music I'm gonna show for this level here. But look at this, we are in Wind Waker. We are at Link's home, very nice. And there are some NPCs here, and this guy basically tells us what we have to do. I heard that the pirates that took Link left treasure. Apparently they left 8 red coins behind. I can't even find one. Well, I would go to, like, an Optica then. Okay, we need to find 8 red coins here. They are mostly scattered in, like, prominent Wind Waker locations, I would say. Also some enemies here. I think we need to kill those, actually. Actually not, maybe. I would like to get a different nozzle. Turbo nozzle is nice. There we go, over there. Turbo nozzle is nice, but I would much prefer something which grants me more mid-air maneuverability. Does this guy say something else? Hey, you're friends with Link, right? Sorry, he's not home. Your Link is on a different island. Mario, sorry. This time it's not your princess, this time it's Link. I like stuff like this, that it like just implements like the stage basically from a different game. Like this is something so mind-blowing in a way. Like when I was a kid, this would have so blown my mind. Also, like I said, prominent locations. The first one was at like Link's house. The second one is here at the like trial cave. You can use the roof of Link's house to get up here. Otherwise, you need to get all around here. Very good stuff. I really enjoy stuff like this. This is because it is so surreal. Mario shouldn't be here by any means. Also, one thing you might have noticed with those secret levels is that like the shading is a little bit off. Like the shading is pretty simple. Don't tell me I'm stuck here. Okay, thank you. The levels pretty much have no shading. They are pretty like flat in that sense. Mostly just flat colors. But I think like adding shading to all of those stages is also a very complicated matter. And yeah, for what they are, they don't really need shadows, I think, all that much. They still look pretty nice. They look inferior to the rest of these stages, of course, to the base Sunshine stages, but it's not that they feel like super awkward or so. Nice. This place reminds me a little bit of Tall Mountain from 64, like where the bomb is. Also, you can see that the water is not very deep, like the Great Ocean is more like the Great Puddle here. Also no whirlpool here. And no cave, but there's still a red coin here. I think it was also a good choice to make this a red coin mission. I think it's a natural fit for that. Also, it's pretty uncanny. You should hear music, but I just hear those pokies thing, which is pretty off-putting. If you just hear them sing and nothing else. Like some kind of like weird demonic ritual or so. Look at that stew. Okay, the outlook is where the shine spawns, so that's where we go last. I also need to go up here. Mario is also very big compared to Link, right? If you like compare like based on like how big everything appears. Also nice that with the like smaller palm trees here to like mimic the trees in Wind Waker, very nice. Nice crossover, very nice crossover. Rocket nozzle, do I want the rocket nozzle? I don't think so. Well, am I missing a red coin? I hope not. But apparently I'm missing a red coin. I think I might have missed an enemy I still had to defeat. And there are of course some areas that are like not part of like this map. For example, the Forbidden Forest here. But we can go up here. You can also look inside here, which is pretty funny. I think there's nothing around here, just the one up. Which raises the question: where's the last red coin? Dude. Hello? Oh no, dude. This is bad. Okay, thank you. For a second there I thought I was screwed. Ouch. I think I forgot the one over here, right? But there's not even one over here. Where was the last red coin? Underling's house? I think this guy here. Nope. Oh, this is gonna be interesting now. Was not inside here. No. Or was it? What is... I think that's just water, right? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm legitimately missing a red coin here. I got a 1-up. 1-up, very nice. Like, seriously, where's the last red coin now? It's not where the outlook is, I'm pretty certain of that. Was it over here somewhere? Red coin, come out wherever you are. It was not in the tall grass here, right? No. I would have found that one. It was not here, right? Or was it? I'm not sure. Like, I played this level once and then, like, I said, okay, next time when I record this, I might have done well to play through this twice or so. But hey, this is a little bit more exciting than I think. If I still need to work for my money, literally. But I really don't know where the last... Oh yeah, the red bird here. The red bird, yeah. That's something I always say, but I should stick to my own advice. Like, it's either... butterflies or it's a bird, if you miss a coin. Like, that's just how Sunshine is. I hope I don't kill him in a bad spot. I prefer to kill him while he is, like, still up here or so. Okay, never mind. Yeah, but I'm gonna get the rocket nozzle. The rocket nozzle makes it easier to reach the shine. It actually ended up on the rooftop here. And there we go. The last red coin we are gonna collect in this playthrough. Very nice. Okay, and with the rocket nozzle we can go up here. Not the best spot. I need to dive. I need to jump. And I need to dive like this. Very nice. Good. That was like the last like full-on secret level. Like I said, the last one is a little bit special. But yeah, very nice. I'm gonna go back to Delfino Plaza now. And we will find that last secret level. So the last secret level is also special because it is actually not integrated like into the other levels, but rather into that hub I was mentioning. And we're going to that secret level hub now. I think at this stage I will also start using save states because I need to show some more specific stuff off. And like using save states for that makes it like easier. Like otherwise I would need to like leave levels, need to re-enter levels, and that's just a waste of time. But yeah, that like secret level hub I was mentioning is over here near Corona Mountain. You can already see the door like in Serena Beach. And once we enter that, we are basically teleported to that like hub. Look at this. I think this is supposed to be like on Corona Mountain, like this mountain there is supposed to be Corona Mountain. Yeah, pretty nice. So there's like this flying city here. Very nice. And there are also people here, and also like the Pianta village statue again. Who is actually modeled in a way that he holds a shine. Very good. Or his hand is basically a shine. That's pretty terrifying on second thought. But yeah, we also got a lot of like doors we can enter here, and depending on which door we end up in one of the like secret levels we've been to. But I would like to make use of save states here, because otherwise I need to boot out of levels again and all of that. So what happens if I enter this one? I end up back at Outset Island, okay? That is the teleporter to Outset Island. If you don't want to seek them out like inside the like other main stages, you can just go to that hub and like find all those levels that way. But yeah, okay, that's pretty nice. But we are back here. Of course, I would like to find all of those connectors. I think I saw something over there. Yeah, another entrance. And yeah, one of those entrances takes us to the like last secret level, which I'm actually not certain is supposed to be. Like, in my opinion, it could be both like supposed to be like a very hard challenge, as well as like something like some kind of unfinished concept. Okay, this takes us to the like horror boo level here from not Lido Sirena, that's the German name, Sirena Beach. Okay, very nice, good. I think you can actually tell from the flooring here. What happens if I fall down here? Can I? No, they are invisible walls. Look at this. Look at this, Mario has evolved. He no longer needs walls to wall kick. Like, power level of Mario did drastically increase by doing that. The shines are wanted, interesting. I think I really cannot fall down here, right? Still have the rocket nozzle, that's also good, I think. But also got the hover nozzle here. There's a citizen. What is he saying? I've been told that there's a secret course made for experts here. Okay. I just can't find it. Okay, the expert level, yeah. The expert level. I mean, if the Pianta says so, I'm just gonna assume that it is supposed to be like an expert challenge or so. Like, it's that kind of like really hacky kind of expert challenge where it is like very annoying and dumb, and like if you don't know what to do, you spend ages figuring out what you have to do. Like, it's not as well designed as like the rest of them, which were easier but at least had level design to them. Yeah, I think that must lead us to the like flying city level then. Once again, quick do save state, nice, okay. And it takes me to back to Delfino Plaza. Okay, that's where I came. Never mind then. It's actually good because I was wondering there was like another entrance over there. No, not over here. I think that one, yeah, I think that's the one that takes us to the like flying level there, the cloud level, the star road level. Also look at that bird. Quickly gonna do save state again. Nice, okay. Yep, now we are back here, very good. Like, I like that there are two options to enter those levels, like one like integrated way and one like just level select way in a way. Okay, the expert course, so then that is the last entrance that can be found here. And the expert course is like somewhere up here, and like over there, at the very top of the stage here. We need to ride that cloud, but I'm impatient, so I wanted to use the rocket nozzle. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna take the time and wait. Never mind, I just fall down. That was nice. Does it work from over here? I think it should work from over here. Okay, and that's actually a pipe, so this should take me to the last secret level, which is supposed to be the expert course. Let's see, and it takes me, yeah, here. Okay, you could already hear we are getting a 1-up at the beginning here, and yeah, basically what is going on here, this is supposed to be a very tough stage, and it makes use of all the nozzles. And people always say that you need to use a speedrun trick to beat this level and like other speedrun tricks. I disagree. It is actually possible to beat this level without like a lot of trickery. You just need to know what you have to do. Okay, the one up here you get is basically to make sure that you like never die here. Fully game over. But yeah, the first part of the level is actually pretty nice, because what we need to do is we need to use the hover nozzle, and we need to basically use the hover nozzle boxes to get across the level here, which is pretty cool. Like this, you need to like bounce off of them and like use them as like additional platforms. And right over there I didn't went high enough, so I destroyed the box while not getting like the bounce. Another mean thing about this stage is that you fall for ages. Nice. But yeah, once we get to the rocket nozzle part, that's the point where I'm gonna use save states. Because you can never game over here, and I would just have to repeat the like hover nozzle part here over and over again. Like, and at some point I would cut that anyways, because like there's one particular jump you need to do here. It is just pretty hard. Okay, now you need to hover around here and always use the boxes here, and you basically can reset your turbo hover nozzle with that. Okay, that was the first section. We go up here. Just need to be careful not to fall off here, and we may make it to a rocket nozzle. Okay, and this is the part where I spent actually a couple of hours to figure out what it is that I have to do here. Okay, you can see like there's this huge ceiling here, so like the rocket nozzle does not take you like very far that way. And you can also see that platform over there. This platform is something we are not supposed to reach at all time, and like this is just like some kind of weird leftover, I think. Like this platform over there does mean nothing. There's nothing on it. You can reach it, but there's simply nothing on it. But yeah, that begs the question. We need to make it on top of this like huge platform there, but we cannot just phase through it. So yeah, what I did try a lot of stuff. I did try to use rocket storage and so forth and so on. What we need to do is, and that's where the save state kicks in. We need to go. No, don't save it to file. I want to use save to slot. Nice, okay. We need to go over here again. Okay. Yeah, we want to stand here. We want to look pretty straight. And what we want to do here, we want to use a spin jump on this tiny platform that goes directly straight. And we want to time our rocket nozzle in a perfect way that we are basically like no longer under the platform here. With a spin jump we can reach a point where we are no longer under the platform here, and we want to time the rocket nozzle in a way that the rocket nozzle goes off while we are like at the moment we are no longer below that platform. Once we basically go over the edge, and what we want to do then is hold backwards so that we land onto the platform. This is super precise and super annoying. This is probably the hardest part of the entire level, but it is possible, and yeah, if I just die, I would have to repeat that like hover nozzle part over and over again. That part is actually not all that difficult if you ask me, but like this here is super annoying. Yeah, because stuff like that. You need to go a full circle, but going a full circle on that small space is super hard. You need a spin jump, like a side flip will not cut it. Because you need both the height and the distance, only the spin jump can grant. So I should have saved state there. Nice one, also sometimes this happens. I think even with save states I will cut it out and will see you again once I am able to perform this very tricky jump. Let me quickly do another save state here. Yep. But yeah, I really don't see a point in like doing all of that like in one. I could brute force it and like bang my head against the wall until I can pull all the tricky jumps off in one go. But in all honesty, no. Yeah, like this is not gonna be enough. I also activated the hover nozzle, the rocket nozzle too late. But if you go not straight, you're not gonna make it. Even if you time the nozzle perfectly, you don't get like away from like below the platform here. That's also not it. I at least want to show you once. But this is Sūpā. No spin jump. Nope, no spin jump. Wrong spin jump. Wrong spin jump. Nope. This is very hard, guys. This is very, very hard. Nope. Because you either move off the platform or you misjump like that, or you accidentally do a side flip. Nope. I at least want to show you once, and then once you get the basic idea, I'm gonna cut it until I... Oh yeah? Ah, not perfect. That was not perfect. Mario was still at an angle. That's not supposed to happen. Nope. Maybe I should position more to the... Maybe I should position myself more to the... Why does he not... Yeah, more like this. Actually, more like this. I think this might be better. Once again, save state. Let's see if it works. Nah. I at least get more space to, like, go in a circle. Nope. Come on, let me just get one good jump. No, that was way too early. Oh, I did not have the rocket nozzle. Perfect. I think that could have been it. The fact that you not only have to get that jump perfectly, but also need to like time it perfectly with the rocket nozzle is super hard. But it is possible, and that's basically the way. That's not gonna be enough. I think I jumped towards the camera. Oh. Ah, okay, and yeah, that's the idea here. I did not hold back soon enough, and I might have went a little bit too far. But you get the idea, right? You want to spin jump, like get over the edge of the platform, go up so that you are above the platform, and then go backwards so you land on the platform. And all of that in one go. And yeah, I think at this stage I'm gonna cut it. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it and we see each other once I'm able to perform that jump. Oh yeah. Oh, I got it. Yeah, that's what I meant. You need to spin jump straight into that direction. Then you need to use your rocket nozzle at the exact time, and then you can hold back. You need to hold back once you get launched up into the air with the rocket nozzle. And then if you did all of that at the right timing, at the right time, and Mario just holds on to that, and you are here. Good, that's nice and all, but we are still not done with the level. Okay, now we have our turbo nozzle here. I'm actually not sure what you have to do with the turbo nozzle here. Like in general, I'm not even sure if that's the way that you are supposed to go. Like I did read a lot of stuff about this level. I did try to figure out like the strategies for this, but I have not found like any video on YouTube or so that does showcase this level, so I might as well be the first. But I have not found anyone who like has beaten this level on YouTube, so yeah, I had to develop my own strategies. I found this. I hope this is right. People in like on Reddit or so keep mentioning that you need like speedrun techniques or so, but I don't know them. So or either this might be the one that I just pulled off there, or there's like something far simpler if you know the right strat or so. Like in any case, we are not going to use the turbo nozzle here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set a new save state, because now we need to do some more platforming. We need to go up here first, which is also easier said than done. Once again, I want to charge and I want to... Yeah. This time I want to charge and then I want to like jump, perform a spin jump while I charge to get the maximum height here. Yeah, like this. Okay, now I'm here. Now I need to make it to the other platforms. Once again, we get a turbo nozzle here. I'm not sure why. It appears as if you had to use the turbo nozzle and like perform wall jumps here. Like, I'm not sure how you're supposed to do that, but yeah, I've got the rocket nozzle. I'm not gonna need that. The problem here, once again, is the camera. I hope it plays along. Okay. Or my inability to play, that could also be something. Okay, hold on, nice. But yeah, here's the camera problem. Above us is another, like, platform. And yeah, the camera is obscuring, and it obscures the camera's view, so we need to be careful here. We need to make it to the next platform, which is the one up here, this one. Okay, that also works, don't worry. I just need to make it over here. I just need to use more jumps then. Actually, then I can make it over there as well, I think. Yeah, like that. Okay, only one jump and we reach our beloved shine here. What I need to do now is I need to perform a spin jump again in the direction where the shine is. And once again, I need to perform a perfect timing rocket nozzle. Let's see if I can pull it off. No, that was way too early. That was way too early. Okay, and dive. And there we go. That is the expert course beaten. Very nice. I think I'm the first one on YouTube who did that, so congratulations to myself also. But yeah, I've never seen anyone beat this on YouTube. If you know better strategies or the right strategies how to do this, please tell me, because I could not figure them out. If you like speedrun Super Mario Sunshine or have knowledge about Mario Sunshine speedruns, tell me what you have to do here. What is the legitimate way to do this? I have the feeling that I like cheated a little bit. I mean, I did cheat. I used save state, but my strategies seem to be a bit unusual. Like you have turbo nozzles here. You need to do something with the turbo nozzles, right? It cannot be that you don't have to do anything with the turbo nozzles here, right? Like it also, yeah, like this also looks like as if you need the turbo nozzle to jump over here. Like that over there looks like if you had to perform like wall jumps and so on and so forth. Like there might be tricks I'm not aware of. I did manage to beat it like this, even though I did use save states. Like I said, I could just do that in one run, but it would require like me banging my head against the wall, so I'm not gonna do this. Like that one jump up here, like that platform there, that was hard enough. That's by far the hardest thing in the entire stage here. But if there's something else, please tell me. I would be very happy to hear that. Even better, make a video about this so that other people can see this as well, how it is supposed to be done. Because, like I said, I tried to find it and I couldn't find it, which in this day and age is pretty unusual. But yeah, nice. We are up here. That's fine and all. We're not gonna go. We're not gonna get booted out again, of course. There are other things you could try to do now. Like there's also this platform and like the platform over there. I think both of them are empty. You could reach that one with the rocket storage and this one over here, like on the far side here, you can reach with the turbo nozzle. But there's nothing there. Like it's completely empty, which also makes me question what their purpose even is. It might very well be that those are like leftovers. Like if that's platform and that platform. Was that originally like the void level with the like turning platforms maybe? Because that could make sense. Like you have the first chunk of platforms here, then you have this cube that goes further up, and then there's another chunk of platforms or so. Like I could imagine that. Like this level might have been based on some other level or so. But what the hell do I know? I'm just questioning what the purpose of those platforms there is. In any case, I got the shine. I'm done with this playthrough now, which is pretty funny. Pretty nice. I'm gonna exit the area. Also, this was Snowy Bay. I did not read what like challenge that was supposed to be. Maybe it was the like what could have been like the eel one or so. I did not read that, but okay. Yeah, that's it. That's finally it. I'm done with the entirety of Super Mario Sunburn. I hope you enjoyed those like little secret and extra things Super Mario Sunburn adds. Actually, wait a sec. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to save again. We're not adding things here. Wait a second. No, I do not want to continue playing. I need to go get back into the file select screen. I almost forgot about that one. There's another secret. The keen eye might have noticed that there's something wrong with the file select screen here, which is that block up there. Wait a second, I need to do this, and then this, and I touch the block, and look where we are. It is the file select screen. Nice. Yeah, we did already see this one like in the 1.9 test stage thing, which is pretty interesting. I wonder how far you can go out here, but of course that Pianta is the interesting one. Yeah, very nice. Very nice secret. Yeah, let's talk to the Pianta over there, and figure out what he wants. We did already meet that Pianta in one of these secret levels, because this guy is... We are there any second. This guy is... Epicwade. Warning, this is a very long text box. Reset to exit it. Hi there, it's me, Wade. Okay, he will tell us like a lot about like the game now, what Sunburn does, and like all the contributors to this project. I will click through that at the end, but as a kind of credits. But yeah, I want to like say goodbye first. But yeah, that's it for Super Mario Sunburn. We did do all the secret levels. I hope you enjoyed them. We also did the 121st Shine in 1.9. I need to mention that again. The 121st Shine only part of version 1.9. The secret levels only part of versions 1.7 and below. Like keep that in mind when you do that, and like choose the respective version you want to play. I still recommend version 1.9 because 1.9 has the most amount of like extra quality of life features with like built-in 60 FPS, all those toggleable options for the new moves and stuff, as well as the like extra challenge modes if you enjoy that. That's the version I would recommend. It's also the main version as of like recording this video. Like maybe if you watch this in the future, there are like other versions as well, version 2.0 and like even higher, who knows. But yeah, 1.9 is the main version I've played through for the duration of this playthrough, so keep that in mind. And the secret levels were version 1.7. But yeah, the secret levels were pretty nice, and in general, Sunburn is pretty nice. I think it's a pretty nice mod. It's a very good way to experience Sunshine again, if you want to play Sunshine again, that is. Does a lot of great things. Like I did already mention, like the critique, of course, is that like it screws over the progression and like the general like idea behind Sunshine a little bit, because that's absolutely not like how the game was designed. If that's better or worse, that's like to decide for like each person respectively. I think it does a lot of good stuff. It is actually especially nice because it gives you this like a randomizer quality of life feel where like all the fat is trimmed and like it goes straight to the gameplay and without interruptions of cutscenes and stuff. I think that's very nice and made for a nice playthrough. Mirror mode and New Game Plus were also pretty interesting. Like a good change of pace. Having to play without hover nozzle, super nice in my opinion. And as you could see, doable to get the entire game completed with 100% without hover nozzle. Definitely a nice touch. And yeah, secret levels were also pretty great for the most part. The only thing I did not enjoy was the expert level, because like even if I managed to do this in one go, the like gameplay aspect of it would still have been lacking, I think. But then again, tell me if there's something else I should have done there, if there was like a different intention that I not know about or so, because that would interest me. Because then the level might have been more interesting or so. Like one idea I had, for example, was that I used the rocket nozzle and like use hitbox extension with the stomp to like get the rocket nozzle box on the other side of that platform that is like blocking me, because it is surprisingly like nearly placed where you get the first rocket nozzle, so that might be a strategy or so. But tell me if you know better, please tell me. But yeah, in any case, I really hope you enjoyed this project. I did enjoy it a lot. It was a good way to revisit Sunshine. But yeah, that's it now. Let me click through all of this here. I'm a self-insert pianta for the creator. Wanna hear a joke I came up with? What do you call a murdered mariachi band? The Three Amigos. Badumts. Okay, anyways, now that I got your attention, I have a few people I need to thank. And there we go. Special thanks to all of these cool people. Like I already said, like the two persons that were primarily placed on the like title screen, only like the main contributors for this mod, like the leading developers of this. But there's of course a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Like that's basically the stuff with like modding communities and like game development in general. Like there are like always those like 2, 3, maybe 10 like head people, but like of course it's a much higher group effort. Like every small contribution does count and should be credited. So it's very nice that we have this here now, like Google Shees, who did a lot of stuff. Joshua MK, that's one of the guys who was at the main screen, at the title screen for 1.9. Noki Doki here, Yoshi 2, I should not skip that much, so you can read what they have done. But yeah, thank you all for like making this cool mod of Sunshine. I greatly appreciate it, and of course, like going on, Jesus Christ. And of course, like the follow-up project, which is Super Mario Eclipse, which is also something I will and would like to do in the future. Not immediately after this, but like in the future. That's something I would like to do. No promises, but I think that's definitely on my list. I have that on my list. And who knows, maybe by that point there are also other like Sunshine mods. Here's a list of changes, by the way. Long jump, Delphina's open world, blah blah blah. We know about all of this stuff because I showed you and I told you. But yeah, there are of course also some other Sunshine mods, like I think Super Mario Sunshine Arcade or so. Has like even 2 like versions, like Sunshine Arcade 1, Arcade 2, I think. That's like another like Sunshine mod, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, in general, there's more Sunshine to play around with if you are interested. This is just the peak of the iceberg, but it was pretty good. I liked it a lot. I think you should know about it now. Sunshine is a very weird game. Also something I already mentioned at the credits. So yeah, that only leaves me with thanking you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project. I certainly did. And of course, as always, take care and goodbye. There are also individual level changes here. Very nice. Yeah, take care and goodbye. After we've been through all of this, like he said, it's a very long text, wall of text here. If you play 1.7, you can read that yourself, but you can also stop the video to read all of this if you want to. There are also some explanations for like why certain things work, why certain things are not like made in that way and stuff. So yeah, that's very interesting inside information here. Don't ask. Serena Beach is very hard-coded, for example. Like the blue coins are supposed to be open, but some were like levels, episodes require them to be there and stuff. Like the normal challenges you encounter when you like make hacks for like other games. Like figuring out all of this, one last thing, figuring all of this stuff out is like a lot of work, and like the fact that we even get like something like this for Sunshine and then Eclipse, of course, is like super amazing. Like years before today, that would have been absolutely impossible. You need to thank those people who are really big fans of Sunshine and like figure all of this stuff out, spend their free time without any like monetary gain to like decode and figure out like the coding tricks for their like favorite games. That's something that cannot be appreciated enough. I think that's something every gamer should appreciate, even if they do not play mods. But like those are the people that keep those old games alive and like show you so much what those games were capable of, and like make them relevant even into this day and age. Even though those games, of course, should stay relevant anyways. But like a huge of the effort is like a huge part of that is also like the modding communities and stuff. You should really thank them for all they have done. Don't exit the area, or you might mess up your save, by the way. Alright, I think that's all I have to say. Yeah, that's a good way to end it. Thanks for downloading Super Mario Sunburn. And yeah, thanks for playing it. Thanks for watching. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I'm gonna end it here with Epicwade, a very great guy who made this mod here. Thank you all for watching for the 3rd time, I think. And as always, take care and goodbye.